did you guys think about the Wildpeaks? They look pretty good, don't they? I am super excited to kind of give you guys just a quick little tease initial review of them with my Rivian R1T. Now you're probably like, that's a pretty beefy tire to be putting on an EV, and you are kind of correct. While they did come with 34s all-terrains, the Pirelli Scorpions did come with a new style of all-terrains. The all-terrains are the Scorpion, I think they're called Elect. And so they made them to where they were lighter, but still robust enough to handle the 7,000-pound vehicle along with going off-road. So those were only 48 pounds. These are 65 pounds, and that's kind of heavy. That goes from 48 to 65, and if we do math, if I have my shoes off so I can use my toes to count, that's 17.3 pounds on each tire, on each wheel. 69 extra. Of course it would be. Why would it not just be 69 pounds? Because. So what does that do for us? That actually hinders us quite a bit. Nope, I don't want to reset, but let's go over back to here we go. Just in town, from here to Costco and back, I average 1.29 miles to the kilowatt hours. That's not that great. Now, when I got these installed, they were installed at 48 psi. A lot of us are talking about we should probably raise it, and I was like, well, they can handle 80 psi, but do I want to do 80? And it seems to be the consensus is whatever the vehicle says to do, that's what you want to put it at for whatever tires you have on. The OEM tires, which were all-terrains at 20s, which are 34s. I'm not allowed to call them 20s anymore. I got yelled at about that. So if we look here, the door jamb does say 48 psi. I could probably go higher. Another reason why my kilowatts are low, or miles to the kilowatt hours are low, is because of this tint. We are soon going to mount a pulley system in my garage so I could back it in and pull it up straight from here so I'm not always driving around with it, because I only need the tent when I'm going camping. I don't need to be always adventurous, ready to go at any time kind of guy. If I need a tent and I'm stuck somewhere and I'm not adventuring, either I'll go get a hotel room or I'll sleep in the truck. Enough really about the Rivian. I kind of want to give you guys a little bit up close and personal view of the Falken. I do want to preface this, and we're going to shut my garage door, by saying Falken did send me these. They did send me 5 tires so that I can test them out on a vehicle that they have not tested it out on yet. There is myself and I believe one other person who owns a Rivian were sent these to test them out. In exchange, we do a video. Now, I've had a long working relationship with them in the past. Actually, it used to be my job to do automotive stuff, but now not anymore because I own a real estate media company, so that is what I focus on. This is just fun for me. I've had Falkens on the past 4 vehicles. First, it started off with my Crosstrek, and that's how I opened up the relationship with Falken. They sent me some, or not, they didn't send me. I bought some AT4Ws, and I just started providing some photos for them because, it's a Crosstrek. It's lifted on some pretty beefy tires because we went from 18s all the way down to 15s in order to put these tires on. And dear God, that went from 35 miles to the gallon down to 20 miles to the gallon in a Crosstrek. That was crazy. So I knew coming into this, and these tires were going to be heavy. I also had it on the AT4Ws on my 2018 TRD Pro 4Runner. Supercharged it, lifted it 3 inches. You guys remember Betty White. That was a very good vehicle. My grandma just couldn't get into it, and you guys know the story. I decided to end up with the Rivian because of the ride height adjustment. It allows me to get my grandma in and out of the vehicle while still maintaining an off-road capable vehicle. Now that's just the story with Falken and I. I just wanted to let you guys know that because I want to be completely transparent with you guys so that you will know that I'm getting them for free. Now, whenever it comes to this review with me going off-road with them, I'm going to tell you the good and the bad. Is this so far a good tire for an R1T? As of right now, I don't know for daily use. Now, if I kept him for off-road use, yes. Charge Overland, he's going to be coming out with a more detailed review in like a week or two, or it might even be out now. I don't know. But he does by the numbers, and we've been exchanging numbers. I think he's getting 2 miles to kilowatt hours on conserve mode, which is kind of crazy. He's rocking an iCamper also just like me, so I'm kind of wondering how he's getting better mileage than I am. My thought process behind it is if I don't have enough power, that I can't push all 4 wheels properly, so I stay in all-purpose mode. This may be hurting me just a little bit. But this is just an initial review. We are going to be taking it off-road. We're going to take it into the snow. We're going to take it into the mud. We're going to do a long-term review. There's a lot of different things that we will be doing. But let's get into the meat and potatoes. Let's actually take a look at the tires. So they are LT 275/65 R20 126/123S load range E, meaning that is 10-ply in the old standards. But these are in the new specs of everything. Falken told me that they're actually the 2-ply instead of the 3-ply that they have with the more aggressive off-road sidewalls and everything like that. So what they actually said, fact is, AT3W had a 2-ply sidewall while our MT had our Duraspec 3-ply sidewall. Some more off-road oriented sizes of the AT4W adopted a 3-ply sidewall construction. Because I was asking them, I was like, man, this is kind of hurting me right now. And they were like, that's not even one of the sizes with a 3-ply, which would be even heavier. I'm like, even heavier. Oh my goodness. Thing I don't remember in the AT3Ws is actually this Wildpeak lettering. Both Wildpeak and Falken lettering is actually raised a little bit. So that's relatively cool. Let's see if we can get a side view of how much it's actually raised. They are 3-peak rated, just like how the AT3Ws were. And the 4th W in AT4W stands for warranty. It actually has a better warranty compared to the AT3W, which is awesome. Now, will they warranty this with the Rivian? I don't know. But let's look all nice and close for you guys. You guys can see the grooves. I am not the most tire tech person, but this is just an up-close view so that you can make your own judgment before purchasing them yourself. So stock on the vehicle is 34s, which is quite amazing. Actually, I've been getting a lot of people asking me, what do you mean they're 34s? I'm like, I don't know what more to tell you. They're 34s because I got yelled at for calling them 20s. But in the Rivian forums, everybody discusses these as 20-inch wheels compared to our 21s and 22s. I went down to Olympia with these on, and it was downpour. There was a lot of rain on the roadway and everything like that. And these handled very nice. This tire is going to replace the full-size spare that I have in there once I actually get it out. I just need to get this tint off first before I can actually do that. But if I have a blowout, it's the same exact size as stock. With the upgrade to the AT4Ws, it has better on-drive payment handling, better warranty, and a smoother ride. Ever so slightly, but still a smoother ride. And I will let you know, though, the road noise is kind of loud. But I am in a Rivian, and I have no engine, no exhaust. So I hear everything. Any kind of creak, any kind of anything, I hear. I'm used to all-terrain tires, and I'm used to beefy all-terrain tires. So this doesn't bother me. But if you're a Rivian owner and your all-terrains that you have right now, the Pirellis, irritate you, I will let you know these will irritate you more. I'm a little bummed about how much range I am losing. I don't know how much range in total I'm losing. Like, I haven't gone far enough to where I can calculate a full battery of range. Usually I'm doing about 260, 280 for a full battery charge. I did do a 33-mile circuit the other day, which had town driving and highway driving with hills and everything too, stoplights, roundabouts. I noticed I was at a 1.8 with the Pirellis, and now I'm at like about a 1.5 with the Falkens. Now, I will say my PSI for the tires right now were 48, whereas with the with the Pirellis, they were at 40. I just came from off-road, and I barely let any air out of them, so 40 was fine. It didn't even trigger the low tire pressure. It did if it dropped down to 38 if it was too cold, but you guys know how cold air does with tires. That could have played into a little fact to where I probably potentially could have put out 2.2 miles to the kilowatt hours. we're going to have to just retest with another vehicle following me, like another R1T with the Scorpions and me on the Falcons, and match our numbers side by side. But again, Charge Overland is going to be having a way better review of these than I do for specifically the Rivian, and he will be reviewing the tires itself too. If you guys have any questions, I can try to answer them the best I can. I'm excited to see what they can do, especially in the snow. Not much more I could tell you guys until I actually get it off-road. Thank you guys for your time, and definitely excited to share more with you guys.